Hello everybody, and welcome back. Last time we reached the final elemental dungeon, Magma Rock, and we managed to explore the entirety of the exterior portion. This time we're going to explore what's left of it and see if we can actually find the magma ball that we require in order to reach Prox. So let's get to it, shall we? And right there we have what looks like a strange conveyor pattern or a circuit, and that actually has something to do with the main gimmick of Magma Rock, which we are about to see. So we have the small Moai head and the giant Moai head, similar to the ones that we saw at Earth Rock, and if we use burst on it, it opens its mouth and it floods the entire room with lava. And even though we're pretty much right next to burning lava, luckily we're not burning up ourselves. So yeah, the main gimmick of the dungeon itself revolves around flooding and then lowering the flow of magma in order to proceed. In this case right here, we can actually get through this side, because now that we have flooded the room, somehow that makes the pillar move around. Alright. There we go. So we want to go through here. Luckily, as compared to a few of the other dungeons, Magma Rock isn't actually that long, especially the interior portion, but I'll continue on with that. Here we have a new enemy. We have the Lesser Demon. It is level 34, it has 410 HP, 44 synergy, 374 attack, 119 defense, 178 agility and 28 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 127, a Mars and Mercury resistance of 100, and a Jupiter resistance of 48, and it has a Venus elemental power of 100. It normally yields 511 experience points, which then becomes 664 if we finish it off with a Jupiter gene. It normally drops 304 coins, which then become 395, and there is a 1 in 128 chances that then become a 1 in 32 that it will drop the Rune Blade, which is an artifact weapon which I'll go into more detail after the battle. As for its commands, it has the basic attack, the Stone Spire synergy and the Vital Moon monster skill, which is the same one that the Red Demon had. So the Lesser Demons are pretty much the strongest enemy that you can encounter. Well, the strongest random enemy, I should actually say. And there we have Stone Spire, quite a decent amount of damage, but we should be fine. There we go. And Isaac level up, nice. Alright, so let's quickly go over the Rune Blade, shall we? The Rune Blade has an attack boost of 162, its unleash is called Void Beam, it deals 57 extra Jupiter damage and it may seal the target's synergy. Alright, let's carry on. So, right here we have a dead end. I do apologize, my memory of Magma Rock isn't as good as my memory of the other elemental dungeons. But anyway, right here we have yet another lucky medal. And we pretty much also have the same enemies that we saw on the outside of Magma Rock. So the Lesser Demon was the only new one when it comes to the random encounters. Nice. Right here we can actually press the button to actually lower the magma flow. And now I want to quickly push this to the center. Alright. So, before we go any further, I don't recall exactly where in this first section of Magma Rock interior, but in one of the rooms there is supposed to be a Mars gene, which is similar to the spare Jupiter gene that we saw at the southwest Attica islet. That would be a Mars gene that we'll only encounter if we either traded over a save data in which we had 6 of every gene, or if you were playing on a normal file. But of course we can't see it right now because I traded over all the gene. So for now let's just continue. And here we have yet another giant Moai head. But before I flood the room, there are a couple of things that we can get. For example, I believe right here. Yep. But first let me take care of the leech and the little death. And get a level up, nice. Alright, here we have a Mars gene. Alright, this is Fury. It is level 33. It has 890 HP, 83 synergy, 280 attack, 86 defense, 247 agility, and 28 luck. It has a Venus and Jupiter resistance of 100, a Mars resistance of 193, and a Mercury resistance of 25. And it has a Mars elemental power of 125, and I just realized that I read the elemental stats for a gene. Oh boy, anyways. It normally yields 1041 experience points, which then become 1353 if we finish it off with a Mercury gene. It drops 681 coins, which then become 885. And well, as for its commands, it has the basic attack, the Inferno, Supernova, Searing Beam, and Pyroclasm synergies, and oddly enough it has the Dire Inferno synergy, which is a synergy that is unique to the Dark Mage, so it would seem that this gene somehow has a Tomegatericon equipped, but anyways. And of course it also has the Flee command. So, as we have done so before, I'm going to actually trade over, so we have 2 Mercury Adepts, and I think we're going to use Petra here. And let's use Forge to boost our deck and see if we can actually put him to sleep, even though it will most likely not get to move at all, because aside from Petra I also have Ground to completely stop him from taking any action. Yeah, speaking of which, let's get Forge back, even though I will not get to use it. Let's use Sour and Hail. And there we go. And Isaac found a Mars gene, Fury. Alright, so before we go over Fury, let's quickly rearrange a couple of things. I want to give it to Garrett. And I think that's fine. Also, let's get Ivan back. There. Yeah, there we go. So, Fury. Its battle effect is that it deals a Mars-based attack that is equal to the user's standard physical attack with an additional 70 points of damage, and it may inflict Haunt. As for the set stat bonus that it provides, it gives a plus 12 to base HP and a plus 4 to base synergy. And there we go. Alright, let's continue on. Alright, right here. I actually wanted to move this all the way, and I think now we can just go ahead and flood the room with lava. Alright, just to be safe, let's use Petra, and then let's use regular attacks on him. Alright, and it actually killed it, right away. And Nia level up. Alright. Is there anything else to do before I flood the room? Nope, I don't think so. Alright, let's get to it. Take care of these ones. Huh, it actually survived. Oh, I was missing eruption. Never mind. I thought it actually had survived the full round of attacks, but it didn't. Alright, did I miss anything? I believe I did, because we can't do anything here. Nope, we cannot. So maybe going from the other side? I'm not going to use Petra on every single Phoenix. If it runs away, it runs away. That's fine. And the Phoenix leveled up. Get used to hearing the leveling up sound a lot, especially if you're hunting Phoenixes. Okay, right here. Okay, here we got a Mist Potion, nice. Alright, let's... I just realized that I never got to show off the Liquefier move. I'll do it if we ever run into a singular enemy. Oof, that actually took 374 HP. Luckily that will most likely kill it, yeah, before it even gets to attack. So let's quickly heal up Mia. And I can actually take care of the pillar from this side, and let's actually destroy the other one just to be safe. What to do now? I think now I may actually want to drain the lava flow. Yeah, because now I think we can get to the other side and then down the corridor. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright, Actually, I think it's faster through here. Nope. I think I completely went the wrong way. And look at that. This is pretty much the best setup that you can ask for. And if you're lucky enough, you may get to actually kill one of the phoenixes and have the other one use the regen dance. Though they may also just both run away. Speaking of, alright, let's get this right this time. I was really hoping for an Excalibur there. That would have probably taken out the lesser demon. And shabalabala. Okay, here we are. There we go. Okay, and right there, we have a chest that I really want to get. But for now we can, so we have no choice but to flood the room with lava. Just barely missed it. And there, right below, we have a couple of pillars, but they are misaligned, so we can't do anything about them just yet. And right here, these chains work pretty much as they did in Jupiter Lighthouse, meaning that we can use whirlwind on them. But right now, since the floor is flooded with lava, there's no real point to it. But now there is. Alright, so first I want to go and get that chest. Though actually I think we can also get another chest right here. And here we have yet another salamander tail. So that's nice. Alright, let's quickly realign the pillars. And now let's go and get that chest. And this actually might be a decent opportunity to use Liquify. And let's just add one more attack. Hopefully Odyssey will not kill it. Well, I was wrong. Well, we'll get a chance later. Anyways, here we have a Golem Core, which, to be perfectly honest, it always, to me, looked like the head of a faceless teddy bear, for whatever reason. But anyways, an Earth Elemental's Heart, forgeable, so similar to the Salamander Tail, we can also take this to Sunshine and he'll give us a bunch of items. And also, he'll get us 3 weapons, 2 of which are aligned with the Venus element, so they can be very useful for either Isaac or Felix. So let's quickly go over all 3 weapons, shall we? The Gaia's Axe has an attack boost of 163 Venus, its unleash is called Mother Earth, it deals 59 extra Venus damage and it may inflict sleep. The Huge Sword has an attack boost of 155 Venus, its unleash is called Heavy Divide, it deals 60 extra Venus damage and it may lower the target's defense by 25%. The Tungsten Mace has an attack boost of 159, its unleash is called Hammer Sphere, it deals 51 extra Venus damage and it may ignore 50% of the target's defense. Alright, on to the other artifacts that we can get from the Golem Core. We have the Titan Gloves. They have a defense boost of 43 and their side effect is that they boost HP by 30 points. And then we have the Kronos Mail. It has a defense boost of 47 and its side effect is that it boosts HP by 20 points. So again, not as useful as the Orialcon, but since the Golem Cores are a bit easier to get, their equipment is not terrible. It's probably not the equipment that you'll have by the end of the game, but it's not bad by the time that you actually get them. But anyways, now that we're done with that, I believe, now would be a good time to actually head back and flood the room again. Yeah. Because I don't know if there's anything else that we can do right now that we rearrange the pillars. Yeah, because can we do anything from here? Let me see. I just want to be sure before I flood the rooms. Yeah, no. I need to find a way to actually drop down that pillar. And Ivan leveled up, and he learned the Struck Ray. So we'll finally get to see a different animation aside from Shine Plasma. That will be a nice visual change. Anyways, right here, is there anything? No, this is where we got the second Salamander Tail. And I just realized that Isaac is really running low on synergy. Alright, Pierce level up. Alright, now let's actually head back and flood the room. There we go. Wow, really? Alright, let's... Before we do anything else, let's quickly heal up. Alright, and now that we rearranged the yellow pillars, we should be able to proceed further. Hopefully. Yep, making them. Yes. Come on, one Excalibur will take him out. Yes. Alright, not a regular Excalibur, I guess. Okay. Alright, now let's head back and actually... I'm actually a bit curious. If I head back to the higher floor, will it completely reset the room? Because if it does, that may actually completely screw me over. Hopefully it only removes the lava, but not the pillar that I just moved. Anyway, let's test it out. Alright, it did nothing to the lava. And the pillar remains the same. So it accomplished nothing. Though I think we can drain it from here. Yeah. Alright, we're almost there. We are getting to the end of Magma Rock, luckily. And let's actually get to see this truck ray. Let's quickly heal up Mia. And let's head all the way back. Alright. Alright, and this room right here is actually where we first fought the Mimic at the very beginning of Magma Rock. And I guess we just witnessed a small volcanic explosion, and we were lucky enough not to be doused in lava. And of course we're caught by surprise. Right. At least Condemned did not work. Wow, Isaac is really low. Luckily we're almost finished. And here we have the inner chamber of Magma Rock. Felix checked the tablet. There's something etched on it. Wielder of Flame's strength, lay your hands upon this stone. If thou art worthy, I will grant thee the power to blaze with fire. Flame strength? Hey, that must mean it's finally my turn. So I understand why they didn't do it, but I kinda wish that the cutscene here actually had Garrett pop up and say that it was actually his turn to touch the tablet, and maybe Jenna will get upset, because technically shouldn't both of them be able to learn it? But of course, it's only fair that Jenna gets to finally learn a synergy from an elemental dungeon. That text box actually felt a bit premature. Jenna learned Blaze. So, out of all of the synergies that we learned at the elemental dungeons, Blaze is, in my opinion, one of the oddest ones, almost similar to Parch. So it says manipulate flames. So you may be thinking, so like generating flames out of nowhere, the same thing that we can do with basic synergy in combat? No, it's just manipulate standing flames, such as this one. So we went through all the trouble of exploring the Magma Rock to get a synergy that seems inferior to what we can just normally achieve in combat. I understand that if you had the same abilities in combat as you did outside, then, well, there would hardly be any need for puzzles, but even then it kinda feels like a downgrade. I mean, compare it to, let's say, Sand. I always thought that it, alongside Reveal, were probably the best synergies. I mean, being able to turn into sand, it does seem like it has a ton of utilities outside of simply evaporating water or manipulating flames, things that you can kinda already do in combat, whereas turning into sand is not something that Felix could do beforehand, even in regular combat. But anyways, we actually have to use Blaze right here. And then once again, because even though we did get a new synergy, this isn't really the reason that we came to Magma Rock. We're looking for the magma balls. And in order to get them, we just have to inspect this block right here. There's something burning like an ember within the stone. Do you want to retrieve it? Felix got a magma ball and he gave it to Mia. And now the block turned into an ice block. So with that we're pretty much done here, so let's go ahead and use retreat. I think that if we use it again, it will actually take me to the foot of the mountain. Yep. Alright. So we finally got the magma ball, and now our next stop is to head back to Low. So I think I'm gonna make a quick cut here and I'll see you guys back at Low. Alright, welcome back. So, here we are. Why won't it let me descend? Come on, there we go. Alright, so let's head for the cannon. It looks like it's empty. So let's go ahead and put the magma ball in. Is everyone alright? Did you hear that? That sound was incredible. What do you think you're doing, making all that noise? Hey, look at that! What are you looking at? It wasn't me, it was the wall! Look at the wall! The wall! It's gone! Well, it's mostly gone, yeah. You can get through to the other side now. How did you manage to break down that wall? Never mind. What's important here is that we can dig on the other side of the wall now. Yeah, who cares how it happened? We can dig again. Well, you did what we asked, so the cannon's all yours. It is gonna be tough carrying that thing around. Those guys are new in town, aren't they? Do you think they came from Attica or Esperia? I don't know, but I can tell you they came by boat. Yeah, I saw one, anchored off the beach. That boat's yours, isn't it? Yes. Well, why don't you let us get that cannon onto your boat for you, Very slowly. Alright, so while the dwarves of Law carry the cannon onto our boat, we have a couple of things that we can get here. First off, sorry, wrong tab, we can get a golem core, and then right here there's another thing that's buried. And we have a second golem core. But we're not done. Because here we have I found the Jupiter gene, lol. Lul. So, lul is actually quite an odd one. It has a very interesting ability. So the description says it negotiates a temporary ceasefire. How it works is like that. Once its effect takes place, pretty much it ends that particular turn. So any actions that either the party or the enemy have not taken will simply not take place. And at first it seems a bit contradictory, but if you time it properly, that is to say, if you actually arranged it so that everyone in your party takes action before LOL and you still if you still take action before the enemy, you can technically get an almost full turn without the enemy taking any action. And that is actually part of a strategy that is very useful for the hidden super boss of the game, but of course we'll leave that for much later. Anyways, there technically should be another item somewhere around here. Yeah, I believe right here. Before we had one of the dwarves, I think, blocking our path, but now, yeah, there we have it. We got some mithril silver. So, similar to the golem core and the salamander tail, this is also a forgeable material, a legendary dwarven metal, and it gives us a bunch of weapons. So let's go over both of them, shall we? The Levatine has an attack boost of 173, its unleash is called Radiant Fire, it deals 66 extra Mars damage and it may ignore 50% of the target's defense. The Mithril Blade has an attack boost of 160, its unleash is called Left Albion, it deals 56 extra mercury damage and it may seal the target's synergy. Alright, on to the other artifacts. First we have the Mithril Clothes. They have a defense boost of 49 and their side effect is that they boost unleash rate by 15%. Then we have the Mithril Helm. It has a defense boost of 44 and it also boosts the unleash rate, this time by 12%. Then we have the Psychic Circlet. It has a defense boost of 39 and it provides a passive synergy recovery of 12 every turn. Pretty much one of the best items for synergy recovery. Then we have the Mithril Armlet. It has a defense boost of 46 and its side effect is that it boosts the unleash rate by 10%. Alright, so yeah, the Mithril Silver, it is pretty much tied or I would say above the dark matter for the second best forgeable material. Of course, behind the Origalpon. You don't have anything to worry about. We got the cannon onto your ship with no problems. Now, we're going to start excavating the ground north of the wall you knocked a hole in. Alright, so we have yet another upgrade to our ship. And even though we use the magma ball to blast that wall open, it still appears on our inventory. So now that we got the cannon and the magma ball, let's head back to the northern reaches. And I think as soon as we're done with the ice wall, we'll pretty much end it there. So yeah, all of the mithril silver equipment is insanely useful, especially if you're going for a specific setup that emphasizes boosting the unleash rate. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. And the Psychic Circlet in particular, if you use it in conjunction with a few other synergy boosting items, you can pretty much give a few of the adepts technically, well, almost infinite synergy, because they just keep restoring their synergy. Can we actually run away from them? Yes, we can. Thank you. Kraden! Alright, I think this is the same line of dialogue. Oh, only Kraden says something different now. Nothing to worry about, Jenna. We'll just have to use that cannon we got in low. That's right! If the cannon can blast away a stone wall, think what it'll do to ice! Felix, take us between those two blocks of ice, for shelter, when you fire the cannon. Right, so we're supposed to position the ship right here. We should be safe if we fire from this distance. Okay, here we go. Felix, aim right at the ice wall, and fire when ready. Sure. Fire the magma ball! Great! We did it! We can keep going now! Alright, let's head for the northern seas. Let's go! And I am not controlling that, the ship is moving on its own. And this is the northern seas, it is immediately frozen. And right up there we have Prox, the hometown of Saturos, Menardi, Karst and Agatia. Alright, so we completed Magma Rock, we got ourselves a brand new cannon that we will never use again. I think that's more than enough for now. Next time we're going to explore the town of Prox and finally head for Mars Lighthouse. See you guys!